did you realize a family member was intentionally sabotaging your relationships? My cousin Elizabeth turned stealing my boyfriends into an Olympic sport, and she'd been training since we were 16. It started junior year of high school. I'd been talking to Jonah for months and finally got him to ask me to prom. Elizabeth flew in from college just to see my dress. On the night of prom, I went to the bathroom to fix my makeup. It was just for 5 minutes, but I somehow came back to find her straddling him in the limo, her dress around her waist. Oh my god, he didn't tell me you were together, she gasped, climbing off him slowly. He said you were just his friend. Jonah sat there, lipstick smeared across his face, too guilty to speak. That smirk she gave me while fixing her dress, pure victory. By my sophomore year at State, I'd learned to keep boyfriends secret, but I quickly learned it didn't matter. Elizabeth had sources everywhere. I'd been with Brandon 8 months when she randomly decided to visit during spring break. Day 3, she cornered me at lunch. Brandon's really sweet, she said, but are you sure you're compatible? He mentioned you guys don't share many interests. 2 weeks later, my roommate texted me to stay away from our apartment. Found them on my bed, using my sheets. Elizabeth's excuse? He said you were drifting apart. I was trying to show him what he was missing so he'd appreciate you more. She dated him exactly 3 months. Posted daily selfies in places we planned to go, then dumped him via text. Senior year, met Hunter at my part-time job. Sweet, stable, studied library science. Kept him off social media completely. We dated a full year before Elizabeth found out. She showed up at his workplace crying, claiming I'd stolen him from her. Said they'd been together when I seduced him away. He was so confused he actually called me to ask if it was true. She managed to convince him I was the villain. 3 months later, she left him for his thesis advisor. By 25, I thought I'd won. Mateo and I had been together 2 years. Never posted photos. Never brought him to family events. Told everyone I was focusing on my career. We got engaged privately. Planned to elope. But my mom accidentally mentioned it to Elizabeth's mom. The shark smelled blood. Elizabeth crashed our engagement dinner. Wore a red dress cut down to her navel. Spent the entire night touching Mateo's arm. Laughing too loud at his jokes. Finding excuses to lean across him. When she went to the bathroom, she accidentally sent him a nude. OMG, so sorry. That was meant for someone else. Mateo blocked her immediately. We thought we were safe. 2 months later, Mateo got promoted. His company threw a party. I was in Chicago for work and couldn't make it. By the time I landed, she'd sent me a video. My fiancé in his office with Elizabeth on his desk. Thanks for keeping him warm for me. Her text read, but I think he's ready for an upgrade. I moved out that night. Stayed in a hotel. Number. Then my mom called. Elizabeth had posted on Facebook photos of her wearing my grandmother's engagement ring. The one Mateo proposed with. The one my dying grandmother gave me for when you find true love. Caption: some things are worth waiting for. You finally chose the right cousin. That ring on her finger? That's when I chose violence. I disappeared. Changed jobs. Moved. Spent 6 months in therapy and 3 more planning. See, Elizabeth had one weakness. She always dumped them after exactly 3 months. It was her signature move. She needed to win, display the trophy, then discard it. But what if she couldn't discard it? Enter Carlos. Found him while researching relationship red flags for therapy homework. Trust fund baby, 42, lived with his mother, collected vintage dolls, and believed every woman he dated was his soulmate. His ex-girlfriends didn't have restraining orders. They had WhatsApp support groups. He wasn't dangerous, just pathologically clingy. Called women my goddess. Wrote daily sonnets. Showed up with mariachi bands. Perfect. I knew her 3-month expiration date better than she did. Time to make sure the milk never spoiled. I returned to social media carefully. Posted about my new boyfriend without showing his face. Expensive dinners, weekend trips, tagged locations Elizabeth would notice. Thanksgiving dinner, I finally brought Carlos. Watched Elizabeth's pupils dilate when she saw him. Tall, well-dressed, charming for the first 10 minutes. She made her move at Christmas. By New Year's Eve, they were official. I acted devastated. 3 months later, March, she tried to dump him. Carlos showed up at her job with a flash mob. When she blocked his number, he hired a plane to write Elizabeth my goddess above her gym. She changed gyms. He found the new one. Got a tattoo of her face across his entire back. Not threatening, just inescapable. It's been 2 years. Carlos still sends her daily poems via carrier pigeon when she blocks everything else. Learned her coffee order and has it delivered every morning by different singing telegrams. Shows up at every first date with a 400-page scrapbook titled Why Elizabeth and Carlos Belong Together for her potential suitors. His mother calls her daughter-in-law at the grocery store. She called me last week sobbing. How do I make him stop? You wanted him, I reminded her. Remember? You said he was too good for me. Some prizes come with lifetime warranties. Hope you kept the receipt.